But I got to tell you, Rick, out of all the things we've talked about, a lot of these things seem to be like obvious to us.
Mm-hmm.
And we're surprised when things aren't, at least you can see the argument on the other side. I don't see the argument for some of these things.
No.
I just don't. And I try to, well, you're not their culture's there. Dude, okay, fine. You say you're a free country. You say you're a democracy. And then we see some of the stuff start happening with social media about how people are being arrested for saying things that other people don't like. And it's not even, they're very good at it. They're very good at it, Rick. The PSYOP stuff, just like with USAID, it's not USAID.
No,
it's international development, but they chose that name carefully because they're plucking at the heartstrings of everybody.
Yes.
So they start talking about, well, people really shouldn't be calling people names. That's mean. That could hurt somebody's feelings. Oh my gosh, that's going to lead to them self-deleting themselves. We can't allow this. All these things. They do that first.
Mm-hmm.
They don't go after a political idea. You see what I'm saying? They're very, very savvy at this.
Oh yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, and we've been saying this for over and over and over about how they're taking these toggles and they're flipping these switches and they're keeping our reach down.
Mm-hmm.
Those aren't by accident because they don't like what we're saying.
No, it's by design, brother.
Absolutely.
Right? And when you look at it, when you take it a step further, now you've got the mainstream media, the main propaganda machine pushing the narrative. And people, if I tell you, every single day, 300 times a day, you're this, you're that, you're whatever, you're going to start to believe it. And that's what they're doing. And I mean, I know you're going to roll us into this, but dude, I don't understand in countries, and we'll use it plural, that are supposed to be quote unquote free, why we can't have free speech. Why are we trying to censor our citizens? Soviets censored their citizens. Soviet put out via the news agencies, i.e. the propaganda. How have we gotten such an influx of communist ideology across the world? And nobody can even see that. That's the scarier part, my friend.
Yeah.
That's the scarier part. How is it, I don't care, pick your country, that are infringing on their citizens' ability to speak. How come no one is the people are in an outrage, but how come none of the politicians are?
That's a great point.
I don't know.
That is a great point. So what we're going to watch here, those who are listening, you'll be able to hear the audio, but what we're going to watch is the piece that many of you probably already seen. Rick and I have reviewed it, some of it anyway, not most of it, about how Germany is having a real issue in enforcing things on social media, showing up in the middle of, first thing in the morning and arresting people. And we've been seeing this in Great Britain, but this is focusing on Germany. Let's go ahead and take a listen, buddy.
It's 6:01 on a Tuesday morning, and we were with state police as they raided this apartment in northwest Germany. Inside, 6 armed officers searched a suspect's home, then seized his laptop and cell phone. Prosecutors say those electronics may have been used to commit a crime. The crime, posting a racist cartoon online.
Now, they didn't, I don't know what the policy for search and seizure are totally in Germany, but I can tell you right now, it didn't look like they were serving anything. They were just walking right in.
Your papers are not in order.
Yep.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
At the exact same time across Germany, more than 50 similar raids played out. Part of what prosecutors say is a coordinated effort to curb online hate speech in Germany.
What's the typical reaction when the police show up at somebody's door and they say, hey, we believe you wrote this on the internet?
They say, in Germany, we say, das wird man wohl doch mal sagen dürfen. So we are here with crimes of talking, posting in internet, and the people are surprised that this is really illegal to post these kind of words.
They don't think it was illegal?
No, they don't think it was illegal. And they say, no, that's my free speech. And we say, no, we have free speech as well. But it is also has its limits.
Interpreting
Let's get your thoughts on that, Rick.
Free speech has its limits. Interesting, because that's the same garbage the Dems are slapping out there. That's the same garbage the Brits are. What part of free speech don't people understand? Free speech.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, like, dude, I'll go back to that interview with Don Lemon and Elon, because Lemon was trying to press Elon on the quote unquote hate speech, right? And I'm not advocating it, but here's the bottom line: it's not illegal. At least
No.
here in the United States, right? Now, I get it. I'm not going to promote it. I'm not going to advocate it. But if that's your cup of tea, dude, that's your cup of tea. And Lemon was like, well, what, don't you want to take that? He's like, well, what's illegal about it?
Yeah.
And that summed it up. Lemon tried to go, oh, you can't do that. Is it illegal? And of course, Lemon wouldn't answer the question, right? Of course it's not. It's not illegal. You may not like it. It may hurt your feelings. Okay, fine. Then unsubscribe. Don't go on there. Get rid of your social media. I don't care, right? But we're not looking at alternate options. We're going straight for restrict what individuals are saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so suppose that one, it was a meme, right? Give me a break, man. But your free speech has no limitations, no left and right. So you can say what you want, right? Up until the point where you're committing something that's illegal, then yeah,
Right.
at that point, your free speech is then going. Hey, man, if I sit there and go, we're rallying tomorrow at whatever time and we're burning down City Hall. Well, at that point, my free speech has then turned into
Inciting violence, right?
Exactly. Right. So it's pretty clear cut, man.
Yeah.
But God bless these cats need to go back. And here's a concept: put a global campaign. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Right? Isn't that a novel concept? But we're so woke. We're so broke. We're so, I think, in fear of people actually having the truth. Is there more to it? This is the part, right? So again, 60 Minutes, German government, you're putting the narrative there. What else are these people saying? Right? They're going, all right, they said something hateful. Okay. Could they said, hey, I don't like the current administration. I don't like what they're doing. I don't like their policies. We don't know. We're only seeing part of the picture. I personally believe, Mark, it's a bigger scam. I personally believe that if we can start, because you've heard, all the Dems say this, we need to control social media. Well, Zuckerberg already controls that, right? At his narrative, what he believes. It's not a free platform, because if you say things he don't like, he'll flick the switch and you're done. But my question is, if we were to do more digging into these cases, show me the full history. It's not because you put one meme up there. No way, dude. I guarantee there is more behind each of these targeted individuals they're going after. So you're telling me a dude that's got 100 followers on Instagram, Facebook, X, whatever, and puts out some tweet or some post, you're going to go scoop him up?
Yeah.
I don't think so, man.
Yeah.
I think this is more to it than what we believe, right?
Yeah.
I think it's, hey, somehow it goes against your political ideology and that's their new method, right? They can't get Zuck, especially they can't get Elon to shut accounts down. No problem. We'll just scoop all your stuff. We'll put you behind bars. How you sending a tweet then? You're not.
Yeah, and they're very crafty about this too. I mean, a lot of it started with the anti-bullying and all that other stuff, which again, when you're inciting violence or you're causing a condition or a circumstance that causes someone to be injured or whatever, then those things are already against the law.
Yeah.
Those are laws. That's how you don't restrict speech. You're making it illegal to do certain acts.
It's the actions, right?
Exactly.
That's the part.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key thing. Hey, if you're instilling violence on another individual or individuals or entity, yes, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
But dude, stopping someone from sending a meme or a tweet or expressing, or I can't say my expression. Oh.
I don't know if they show some of the examples. I'd love to see what the examples of what they consider.
They never do. I've yet
illegal, because that was my point, because I've never really seen those being shown. Well, what do
But-
they say? You know,
but you have to see. I think it's more, right? I think all this is a ruse.
Yeah.
I want to see, if you're going to sit there and say individual X has made some type of comment, I need to see the whole page. And I guarantee, Mark, there is some type of political speech behind it.
Yeah.
And I'd be curious to see what, how big of followings do these cats have? Are we playing the game at the mid-level people right now? Are we kind of doing a test bed to see what can we get away with?
Yeah, because soon it's going to be targeted. We all know it's going to be politically targeted.
100%.
Yeah. And,
So-
another thing too is, I mean, look at the way they're making entry.
Yeah, and we can't speak for German laws, right?
No.
I don't know.
No, but just
But
think about that.
here's
For
what I know.
tweets.
Here's what I know. This is just Rick. That looked very Gestapo West,
Mhm.
right? So for a country that's that still to this day has scars from the Nazi party and what happened in that country, and you go into this?
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know.
All right. Again, those who are listening, we are watching the 60 Minutes piece where they're talking about the issue with the free speech policy in Germany. So you still should be able to hear it. Here we go.
Those limits is part of the job for Dr. Matthias Fink, Svenja Meininghaus, and Frank Michael Lau, a few of the state prosecutors tasked with policing Germany's robust hate speech laws online. After its darkest chapter, Germany strengthened its speech laws. As prosecutors explain it, the German Constitution protects free speech, but not hate speech. And here's where it gets tricky. German law prohibits any speech that could incite hatred or is deemed insulting.
It's illegal to display Nazi symbolism, a swastika, or deny the Holocaust. That's clear. Is it a crime to insult somebody in public?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
And it's a crime to insult them online as well?
Yes.
The fine could be even higher.
Yeah.
If you insult someone in the internet.
Why?
Because in internet, it stays there. If we are talking here face to face, you insult me, I insult you, okay, finish. But if you're in the internet, if I insult you or a politician,
That sticks around forever.
yeah.
Or a politician.
The prosecutors
Very interesting.
Well, it's interesting, right? But here's the thing. There's a key piece of verbiage in there. Insulting.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with insulting. It's objective.
Yeah.
What's insulting to you may not be insulting to me,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's a very razor's edge road you're going down, because at that point, you can sit there. Here's a prime example. Somebody sends a tweet to me. Hey man, you look good today. No, I don't. That's insulting,
Mm-hmm.
right? Arrest. I mean, it's in essence having people not speak
Mm-hmm.
because there's too much. What's insulting? Man, beautiful day today, dude. It's snowing. I hate it. That insulted me.
Right. And people say, "Oh, that's ridiculous." Oh, is it? Is it ridiculous? I don't think it's ridiculous. Why?
Me.
Why is it ridiculous? And here's another thing too. They're saying it's in, like, I think the key word here, insulting.
Mhm.
Okay. I can say something very nicely, very politely, that I think you're wrong and you're being stupid. Well, that's
You just
insulting.
You just insulted me.
And I know what people are going to say. Well, you're not allowed to be disorderly in public. Well, wait a minute. These are words. We're talking about words. We're not
Yes.
talking about anybody being in fear of anything or
No.
disrupting anything. We're talking about words.
No. So here's one for you. Hey man, see a buddy of yours put on a couple pounds. Hey man, look like you gained a little bit. Everything all right? What do you mean?
Mhm.
Right? And the concept of going, well, it's on the internet, it's forever. So that's more of somehow a crime than just me telling, hey man, what's up, fatty? Brother, this is bizarro world, right? This is absolute bizarro world, because you are getting people, and it's all by design.
Oh,
You're getting people
absolutely.
to be fearful of even speaking,
Yep.
right? Why? Here's my thing. This is Rick's thing. Why? Because they want you back on this thing. Because your quote unquote smartphones, it's been proven, makes you dumber. And if I can pump you my propaganda, I own you. And brother, this is all, in my opinion, all by design.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring up one quick point here, Mark, and then I'll let you get to yours. But on the phone, California, right? The state of California, they are starting to restrict kids bringing phones into the classroom, right? So between whether it's putting them in bags, doing things, and what they're finding, here's the shocking part. What they're finding is these kids' education is growing more. These things are the worst thing for kids, terrible for adults, right? It's a time sucker, your number one most precious commodity. And then in turn, the crap you're getting off of here, it's by your design, or it's those subtleties that these certain people, government, whatever, pumping your way. I mean, it's proven. Zuck's proven it. Zuck's been called out for the crap that, the phones do to kids, but he designs it that way. So all this stuff, in my opinion, is by design, because think about it. How many times have you been out to a restaurant? And guys, tell me something in the comment section below, because I know we've all seen it. Entire families out at a restaurant, not a one's talking.
Yeah.
What are they doing? They're all scrolling, right? Time and place, but that ain't the time and place. But I think what we're trying, or I won't say we, but what they're trying to do is, if I've got so much fear in you to speak, you're going to go to the magic propaganda box to get you dumber.
Yeah. And,
So.
it's just like anything else. They're using the fact that, hey, I don't like people calling me fat, old, stupid. I don't, all these emotionally things that, this isn't good for society to be able to just, insult people and say whatever they want to everybody all the time. So we're just going to put this in. Well, the reason is, it's not because they care that there's people out there being mean to each other. They don't want you to not be afraid of saying something against a political agenda or a social agenda that benefits them personally, way of gaining power. That's really what it, in my opinion, is the fear. Whether that's actually the case or not, I don't know. But I can tell you that's what I'm afraid of. Not being able to say things about the government and make sure I educate people with this show. Hey, man, they're sending billions and trillions of dollars to these people who are dead. Do we really think they should be doing that?
Yeah. So let's think about this for a second, right? This is all a loophole. So again, let's think about it. We watched that town hall from Worcester.
Yeah.
Let's just say hypothetically, any of them cats come up on my feed, and I'm going to be polite. Hey, sir. Hey, sir. I disagree with you. Oh, like that one freaking 6'5" dude, right? I'm new, sir. Whoa, I'm trying to be polite. There's the insult, right? And there's the Gestapo banging on my door.
Right.
I mean, you insulted him or her or whatever the hell. Dude, I'm sorry. Like, dude, where does the line get drawn, right? This is bizarro world, man. And the German people, man, they need to stand up, just like the Brits, right? And we haven't gotten the arrest yet. It's not going to happen for the next 4 years, but whoever, supersedes. But dude, that's the scary part. Can you imagine? I can't imagine being afraid every time I wake up. What can I say or not say?
Dude, nothing's off the table once you go down that hill. Nothing.
You've opened that Pandora's box, right? And now here's the worst part. You're telling me that these cops, like those 3 dopes sitting there at that table, you believe that?
Yeah.
Right? You believe that, something said on the internet's more painful than something said in person? Right? What if the person never even reads it, never even sees it? Is that like how is all this stuff? Like, give me the backside. How is all this stuff working? Are they out trolling the internet for certain keywords? Oh, he said fat. That's going to be offensive. Or maybe I was talking about I had too much fat on my steak. I don't know.
If
right?
they are now, I'm sure they will.
Who knows? But dude, this is a dangerous road, man.
Yeah.
I think in the case of the Brits were just scanning. My man put a picture of a Union Jack up there, right? Their flag. I don't know what he said. You're being arrested for that. He's like, for that Union Jack picture? Of course, you never know any of the backside. So,
Dude,
guys, I would just
feel
say,
for them.
yeah, I would just say, for our listeners out there in Germany and England and stuff, if you got some insights, let us know in the comment section. But do what you can. Number one, to be careful. And then do what you can, number two, to try to get somebody in that political sphere to get some change, man. God bless.
I think it's odd timing that 60 Minutes comes out with this after JD Vance's speech.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, by design, right?
Got to be.
But
that's not a coincidence.
No. And how can you even, here's the thing, and granted, we didn't listen to the whole thing.
No.
There's never the question from the reporters, why? Why are you oppressing your citizens? Nobody ever asks. They just, yep, okay. Well, cool. Hey, why are you serving that warrant? Can I see the whole log? Right? If I'm going to report, you want to send me from On the Range Podcast Minutes news show? There's one for you.
Yeah. I bet their conviction rate is high.
Oh, I guarantee it's 100%.
Guarantee.
But
guarantee. And there's no way in the world who sent that.
Oh, they know who sent it.
No. They know what device it came from.
I guarantee. Oh,
you bring
up a good point.
That's not beyond a reasonable doubt. Things are different over there.
Well, things are different on the privacy laws, right? Because I remember, and I don't fully recollect, right? But like Meta, for example, Meta has different rules for US versus EU because of their privacy laws and all that other stuff. So, dude, if they're going from a device, that's even worse, right? Like if I can't pull up and go, hey, man, this came from On the Range Podcast. That's interesting.
I want to know how they put that person on that device at the time that it was sent.
Yeah. Prove it.
So, but we deal with that in all kinds of things, law enforcement all the time.
Yeah.
You can be in possession of a weapon that was used in a horrific crime, but that doesn't mean that you committed that crime.
No.
That you got to put that person there doing the act. You can't even just put them there. You got to put them there doing the act. And that's the thing. Dude, they are going down a slope and it's picking up speed if they're saying the word insult is, violation of some kind of crime. They're in a world of hurt. And I think that's why JD Vance said something.
Yeah, as he should.
He's 100% right.
As the beacon of free speech, which our lights kind of dim, in my opinion. But we're kind of the last pillar.
Mm-hmm.
But even we've got insiders trying to go after that.
Yeah.
And if the Dems had their way, they'd be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Yeah.
They'd be doing the same thing. So
anyway, again, we've said it before, folks. If you like this content and you're enjoying these conversations and the topics that we're picking, you can always let us know what you want to hear in the comments or subscribe and like. But you can also become a crew member. Become a crew member. You can try it for free. You can join the tiers. You can get involved in all the video training catalogs, the monthly skill builder shooting challenge that Rick does. It's just it's a good group of people, international group of people. And we talk about all these topics and we have a lot of fun. Check in with everybody. Make sure they're staying on track to become 1% better every single day. All you got to do is go to ontherangepodcast.com and sign in and check out the crew membership. Man, good call or good show today, buddy.
Yeah, no, it's important we get the word out there. It's important people understand what's going on. And it's important that we, the people, keep on these politicians to quit screwing us. And all we're looking for, the ability to say what we want, the ability to live our lives as we want, be that 1% better every single day.
Yeah.
So
Crew members, stand by for the continued show over on the crew members page. Rick, you want to go ahead and close it out?
you know it, buddy. For the rest of you guys, you make sure you guys are training hard, stay safe, and we'll see you on the range.